If you want to truly master the Marincess deck, then mastering the one-card combos is key. That's why I'm bringing you today an in-depth one-card combo tutorial for Marincess. So now let's get started with the first combo. All you need for this combo is Marincess Seahorse, Marincess Blue Tang, or Cyanide Mining, of course. So you start your combo by linking Seahorse into Marincess Blue Slug, who will then add back Seahorse to your hand. Use Seahorse's ability to special summon herself, then link into Sea Angel, who searches your field spell. Now link climb into Splash Mage and use her ability to special summon your Seahorse a third time. After that, you want to summon Coral Anemone, but don't forget to trigger your Battle Ocean effect on summon. This is important because if your opponent chains a hand trap, like for example Crow, Imperm or Veiler to your Coral Anemone, then you will still end at least on a buffed Anemone. So next you want to use Anemone's effect to bring back Splash Mage in order to link into Marincess Great Bubble Reef. On summon, trigger Anemone's effect on Chain Link 1 and Battle Ocean's effect on Chain Link 2. By ordering your chain this way, you can chain block Skullmeister and Ghost Bell. Also, you need to choose now which cards to equip to your Great Bubble Reef, and in this combo I recommend only to equip one of the Link 1s. Actually, now that I watched the replay, Sea Angel is probably the best card to equip, not Blue Slug, but it doesn't really matter for this combo. Important is that you equip either one of them. So lastly, Anemone's effect will resolve and add back Seahorse to your hand, pass turn. And now in your opponent's standby phase you can banish the other Link 1 from your graveyard to activate Great Bubble Reef's effect. She lets you draw an additional card. This basically gives you another chance to draw into hand traps or Marincess Wave, or even side deck cards like Lancia or Droll, like in this replay. Now I want to recap really quick what we achieved with this one-card combo. So we started with Seahorse and now we got Seahorse back in our hand. In addition we got a draw, we got access to the field spell, and we have a 4K Marincess Bubble Reef on field. Also, some of you may wonder why I didn't equip more monsters to Bubble Reef. The reason is we already set up an OTK for the case Bubble Reef survive. So here's how it works. In our standby we use Bubble Reef's effect again to get another draw, but this time you need to banish Coral Anemone from your grave. This is important because we are going to special summon her right after with the second effect of Great Bubble Reef. Afterwards we can link summon Transcode Talker with both of our monsters. On summon, Anemone triggers in grave and gets back Seahorse, which we can special summon after we revived Anemone a second time. Now we can easily go into Access Code Talker. Access Code is really nice. We can use him to get 2 free pops, and at this point we haven't even used Anemone yet, so just use her to bring back your Mage. Mage then revives Seahorse, which turns into Blue Slug. And now we finally use our normal summon and then link Seahorse and Mage into Marbled Rock. So let's stop for a second and recap. At this point we got 5,300 plus 2,700 plus 2,200 plus 1,700, that equals a massive 11,900 damage on board. And this is what you can achieve with only one Seahorse in a perfect world where your plays never get disrupted. And before I forget, we still can use Marbled Rock's effect to add back your Seahorse, but if you only run one copy of Bubble Reef in your extra, you can also just recycle Bubble Reef like I do right now. So here I just want to show you that going second you can do exactly the same combo that I showed you right now, but one moment, at this point it's sometimes more advantageous to go into Wonderheart instead of Great Bubble Reef, because now in our battle phase we will be able to attack over 2 monsters instead of just 1. So that's it for the Seahorse combos, and now we are going to check out what we can do with Blue Tang. Obviously you start your combo by normal summoning Blue Tang, use her to dump Seahorse and afterwards link into Blue Slug. On summon, Blue Tank's second effect will trigger, and if you are lucky, you excavate a Marincess wave, which basically gives you additional protection and disruption. So after you added back Seahorse, you can special summon her, grab your field spell again, and now at this point we are not linking into Splash Mage. Instead we will go directly for an enemy and use her to link climb into Marbled Rock. Also don't forget to use Marbled Rock's effect to add back Seahorse from your grave, and well, that is basically it. It's the best case scenario. You ended on a +4 in card economy. But now the question rises, when I open Blue Tank, why do I prefer going into Marbled Rock over Bubble Reef? The answer is fairly simple. You just have way higher OTK potential for the following turn. Let me demonstrate two different scenarios. In the first scenario, our opponent is able to clear Marbled Rock. Here she just got absolutely slaughtered by Raigeki, but do not fear, even with Marbled Rock off the field, we can still OTK next turn. But first of all, we want to use Anemone to recycle Sea Angel, because we need Sea Angel for the OTK. In our turn we start by dumping Mandarin with Blue Tang, and then we proceed to link into Blue Slug. Very important, only trigger Battle Ocean and Blue Tang. Do not activate Blue Slug, because she locks us into water and it's a little too early for that. Next you want to special summon Seahorse and link her into Sea Angel, who opens a zone to summon Mandarin into. After that we link climb into Splash Mage and finally into Transcode Talker. Transcode can revive Marbled Rock, who adds back Blue Tank for the following turn, I guess, if we fail to OTK. Now link into Bubble Reef and use both Anemone and Battle Ocean on summon, and after that use Bubble Reef to recycle Mandarin from the banished zone. Finally we will summon Access Code, which can pop 2 cards from our opponent, and in addition he will trigger Bubble Reef twice, bumping her up to a whopping 5800 attack. So I really love this synergy between Access Code and Bubble Reef. And this is basically how you can turn your Blue Tang into an OTK turn 2, even if your Marbled Rock died. Also note that we have Blue Tang back in our hand, and we even managed to recycle Mandarin for potential following turns. So now, in the second scenario, I'm going to show you how you can OTK efficiently if you manage to protect your Marbled Rock. So in this scenario, Marbled Rock survives, that's why you can start by special summoning Seahorse into the zone Marbled Rock points to. So I start with Seahorse because I want to keep my normal summon, in this case Blue Tang, as long as possible in my hand. This gives me the advantage of having a follow-up if I get interrupted within the next few summons. So anyway, we start link climbing into Bubble Reef and add back Seahorse with Anemone. Now we normal summon our Blue Tang to dump Mandarin, and then we special summon Mandarin immediately after. This gives us the material to go into Splash Mage, and with the help of Bubble Reef, we can recycle Mandarin to fetch out a Transcode Talker. Transcode is going to revive Marbled Rock, and finally, who would have guessed it, we summon Access Code Talker. We start popping cards and in the process our Bubble Reef gets boosted to a record high of 6400 attack. In the replay I forgot to activate Marbled Rock's effect. Usually you can add back your Blue Tang at this point, but instead we just go into battle phase and attack for game. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe for more Marincess related content, and also if you want to see the list that I'm running right now, then check out my Marincess deck profile. Also DM me on Instagram if you want to playtest with me on Edo Pro or Dueling Book, or even if you have suggestions how I could improve my combos, please hit me up. Link is in the description below. Ciao.